Welcome to Hurry Up Pinball, a show where I teach you how to work on your pinball machine. Today we will be installing the Raptor Pit Mod and several signs for Stern's Jurassic Park. These mods are available from Measle Mods and are a great way to enhance your world under glass. This installation will cover the TRex event sign, the Extra Ball sign, the Helipad sign, and the Raptor Pit Mod. These items are mounted with 3M high bond tape, but you will need a Phillips screwdriver, an X-Acto knife, a 5/16 socket, wire cutters, and a pair of needle nose pliers for this installation. To begin this installation, open the coin door, remove the lockdown bar, and remove the playfield glass. Here is a look at the 3 signs that will be getting an upgrade along with the basic Raptor Pit plastics. I'm going to start by installing the TRex event sign first. It is always a good idea to test fit the signs before removing the backing on the double-sided tape. The rivets that hold the signs in place should fit into the recessed cavity on the back of the new sign. This will give you a good idea of how the sign will line up. Once you have checked the alignment, use an X-Acto knife to remove the backing on the double-sided tape. Once the sign is in the correct position, gently squeeze the 2 signs together. Again, take your time and use caution as you don't want to crack the plastics around the rivets. Now repeat this process for the installation of the Helipad sign. Remember to check the fit prior to removing the backing from the double-sided tape. For the next sign, I would recommend placing a small towel or cloth directly underneath the sign. In order to mount the new sign, you will have to remove the 2 screws that are held on with lock nuts. If the lock nuts happen to fall during removal, the towel will keep them from disappearing into the pinball machine. Grab a small Phillips screwdriver and a 5/16 socket. The area behind the sign where the lock nuts are located is tight, so you will not be using the socket handle, just the socket. Holding the socket in place with your fingers, use the screwdriver to remove the lock nut. Repeat this process for the second screw. Once the tear-down is removed, set it aside as it will no longer be needed. I like to put removed parts in a small box in case I ever decide to reinstall them at some point. When test fitting the sign, make sure it doesn't make contact with the switch for the right ramp. If everything looks good, use your X-Acto knife to remove the double-sided sticky tape backing and install the sign to the existing plastic. Once the sign is mounted, double-check the switch again, and then remove the towel you placed earlier. Here you can see what the signs look like once installation is complete. Now it is time to install the Raptor Pit Mod. The Raptor Pit Mod also has recessed cavities for the existing hardware. Test fit both sides of the mod to make sure everything lines up. I noticed the mounting bracket for the wire form was preventing me from centering the recessed holes over the mounting hardware, so I used a screwdriver to loosen the mounting bracket and slide it over just a little bit. With the wire form bracket moved over, I was able to center the mod over the existing hardware. Once test fitting is complete, remove the backing on the double-sided tape and install both sides of the pit mod. Try to squeeze the mod from both sides as opposed to just pushing down on it from the top. Be careful not to push on the fence mounts, but instead use the base of the mod. Repeat this process to install the fence on the other side. Next, unwind the metal wire that came with the pit mod. This wire will be used for the electric fence portion of the pit. Starting from the back, gently feed the wire through the holes, using caution not to put too much pressure on the fence post. Once you have fed the wire through all of the loops on the bottom fence posts, gently bend the wire at the front of the Raptor pit at a 90-degree angle. Again, using caution not to put too much pressure on the fence posts. Once the desired look is achieved, Use wire cutters to trim the excess wire. Now repeat this process for the top fence post loops. Take your time adjusting and bending the wire until you get the desired look. Now go ahead and use wire cutters to trim the excess wire. After trimming the wires, I used a pair of needle nose pliers to make a small bend in each wire to keep it in place. The last step is to install the 10,000 volt sign. The sign has a single piece of tape on the back of it to mount the sign to the wire. Remove the backing and attach the sign to the bottom wire. Although this step wasn't included in the instructions, I cut a second piece of double-sided sticky tape in order to sandwich the wire from both sides. Here are some before and after pictures for these mods. As you can see from the pictures, this is a great way to dress up some of the basic plastics on Jurassic Park. This is Craig with Hurry Up Pinball, and I wanted to say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, show your support for Hurry Up Pinball and click the subscribe button. We can also be found on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram under Hurry Up Pinball.